Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. Slightly different style today. We're going to talk storage, in particular kitchen organization. Today I want to show you how I store and organize certain things in my kitchen. This is not a kitchen tour video, sorry guys. It's more so for me to give you some tips or tricks or ideas or inspiration on how I organize certain things in my kitchen. And the great thing about this is you can use these tips and tricks as a blueprint for the rest of your home. It doesn't have to be a hard process, nor does it have to be an expensive one. And I will talk to you about a few things throughout this video to really support that. If you need some inspiration, some tips, some tricks, some guidance, then keep watching. And always remember this, if you can't see it, you probably won't use it. For the record, I am not a professional organizer, but I do like to have an organized home. And the great thing about that is when you're organized, you really increase your productivity, you save time that you would normally waste looking for things, and you can use that saved time for more important tasks. The process I use is actually a really basic 3-step process. Step 1 is the declutter step. The modify, the get rid of, clean out. It's the edit phase, as my new favorite TV show on Netflix, which is The Home Edit. I will link it down below.
Joanna, and I'm Clea. We own a company called The Home Edit.
Where basically they talk about getting rid of everything that's unwanted. And I find this to be the easiest type of process to do when we're talking about kitchen and pantry, because you've got ingredients that are out of date, that are expired, that you need to get rid of. There's items that you bought that you thought you would cook with that you haven't or are no longer interested in doing that. There's also, packets and jars that have a little bit of ingredients left over where it's probably dried out and expired anyway, that you can get rid of that as well. So it's the easiest area of the home to declutter and get rid of everything. Step 2 is grouping everything, giving it a class or a category, so to speak. You put the nuts with the nuts, the lollipops with the lollipops, the snacks, the fruits, the vegetables, whatever it is that we're basically putting into a category, so you can really see and basically map out where you want everything to be in your kitchen. Step 3, the most exciting, I don't know if you can tell, step for me, and I think the most life-changing, is everything is contained. It has a container, it has a home. Nothing is ever freestanding. Now, the first area of my kitchen that I want to introduce you to and show you how I organize and store is my spices. Now, previously to this, I would just keep my spices, tucked away in the cupboard, usually above where my stove or where I'm cooking is. But I recently went and bought these in-drawer spice rack holders. I got mine from Howard's Storage World. I'll link it down below, but you can get them really from like any container store. And what's great about these is you can really see what you're working with. If you're cooking often like I do, then you're reaching for these things daily, and I actually suggest putting them in the top drawer if possible in your kitchen. Now, if you really want to take it to the next level and make your spices pop, what I suggest investing in is uniform spice jars, getting them all exactly the same. You can get this from eBay or Amazon. I'll link some examples down below. I actually bought mine just from a kitchen store at my local shopping center. And just like having these same coat hangers can transform a closet, it's the same with having all the same spice jars. Now, what I've gone and done is actually gone and labeled mine as well, so I can see exactly what I'm working with and which spices are what and what I'm running low on if I need to restock, and it will transform your spice drawer. The second storage idea that I want to show you that I am in love with, I got the idea off a photo that I saw on Pinterest, and it's basically how I store my long-lasting vegetables and things that don't need to be refrigerated. I bought these containers from KMART. They were $10 for a pack of 3. They are actually current stock, and you can also get them in gray, I believe, but they're super lightweight and they're nice and flexible, which is great for the different shapes of fruits and vegetables that you might be using. I don't know about you, but how many times have you gone to grab an onion or something when you're cooking only to realize that you don't have any onions, or the ones that you have are off? Because remember the rule, if you can't see it, you probably won't use it. Or in this case, you probably won't even know that you don't have it to use it when you need it. Another storage item that I went crazy with from KMART, again, so super inexpensive, they're only like a couple of dollars each and they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes, are these clear containers. Now, because they come in a variety of shapes and sizes, they'll fit whatever area you're working with. Like I said, it can be used in any area of your home, but since this video is about the kitchen, take a look at how I organize my coffee and tea. Notice how there are no spaces in the drawer, no item is freestanding, everything has a home. And the same thing with my medicine drawer, which just happens to be in my kitchen. Everything has a home here too, so I can see exactly what I have. Because remember, if you can't see it, you probably won't use it. And the last area that I want to show you is inside my pantry. I want to show you how I store things like my cereals and nuts and seeds and pastas. Now, I am obsessed with OXO jars. If you've been living under a rock, these are airtight stackable containers and they keep your food super fresh. You can get them in all different shapes and sizes. There's literally a million different types, but they are a little bit on the expensive side. However, you can get things that are similar from any kind of container store. My preference is having these containers because they keep your food super fresh, which means it will last longer, which means you're actually saving money because you're not having to rebuy foods more often. I'm obsessed with how clear and easy it is to read and see what I have in my pantry. Now notice how each shelf has its own category. So you've got cereals, nuts, and seeds. I know that this is going to be a little bit more challenging for people that have smaller kitchens or don't have the space. But if, for example, I had a smaller kitchen, then I might dedicate one shelf, split it in half, and have perhaps like the cereal on the left-hand side and then nuts and seeds on the right-hand side. So there is always a way. You just really need to play with the space and work out what really works for you best. By the way, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that like button and bell notification because you know how it works by now, guys. That helps support my video and get it out there. So if you could do that for me, that would be great. Thanks. If you guys have a tip on how to store or organize something in the home, then please leave me a comment down below. I would actually love to hear your suggestions because as you can tell, I'm super into storage and organization, and I will see you all soon in my next video.